Hello and welcome to Real Talk English Podcast. I'm really happy you are here today. If you clicked on this video, it means you care about your English. And that is already a very good start. My name is Jack. I'm an English teacher, and I have helped many students from different countries feel more comfortable and more confident speaking English. This is a YouTube podcast, so you can listen to my voice, you can watch if you want, and you can come back to this episode as many times as you need. We are going to talk about how to practice English every day. Many of my students tell me the same thing. They say, Jack, I want to learn English, but my life is busy. They say, please don't worry. You don't need to understand every word. You don't need to be perfect. Just relax and listen. In this podcast, I speak slowly and clearly because I want you to enjoy learning, not feel stressed. Today, we are going to talk about something very important. Something simple, but very powerful. Feel shy when I speak. Or, I don't know how to practice at home. If you feel this way, you are not alone. And the good news is this. You don't need more time, you don't need to move to another country, and you don't need to study for hours every day. What you really need are small, simple habits that fit into your real life. Habits you can repeat every day. Habits that help your ears, your mouth, and your confidence grow together. In this episode, I will guide you step by step. I will show you easy ways to listen better, to speak more naturally, and to feel more relaxed using English. This podcast is for beginners and elementary learners, for A1 and A2 level students, and for anyone who wants to build fluency slowly and naturally. So, find a comfortable place. Take a deep breath. And remember, you are learning, and you are doing great. Let's begin. Many people believe there is one big secret to learning English. They think that if they want to speak English well, they must live in an English-speaking country. They imagine London, New York, or Toronto. They think they need a native teacher next to them every day. They think they need to study for many hours with many books and many rules. As a teacher, I hear this idea again and again from students all over the world. But I want to tell you something very important, very clearly, and very honestly. This idea is a myth. It is not true. You do not need to move to another country to speak English. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need to study for 3 or 4 hours every day. I know this because I have worked with many students who learned English in their own country, in their own home, with simple daily habits. Many of my students have jobs, families, and busy lives. They wake up early, they work all day, they feel tired in the evening. And still, they improve their English. Not because they have more time, but because they use their time in a smarter way. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't wait until they feel ready. They simply stay in contact with English every day, even for a short time. Now that we have talked about the big myth, I want to share with you the main technique we will use in this podcast. This is a technique I have used for many years with my students, and I have seen very real results. The technique is called shadowing, and it is one of the most effective ways to improve your listening and your speaking at the same time. Shadowing is simple. You listen to English and you repeat what you hear. You don't wait until the end of the sentence. You don't stop to think about grammar. You don't translate into your native language. You listen and you repeat like a shadow follows a person. This is where the name comes from. Your voice follows the speaker's voice, almost at the same time or just a moment later. At the beginning, shadowing may feel uncomfortable. This is normal. Your brain is not used to listening and speaking at the same time. You may feel slow. You may miss some words. You may think, this is too hard for me. But this feeling is a good sign. It means your brain is learning something new. Just like exercise for the body, language practice can feel difficult at first, but it becomes easier with practice. One of the biggest benefits of shadowing is that it helps you stop translating in your head. When you translate, your speaking becomes slow and tense. With shadowing, there is no time to translate. You must follow the sound. This helps you think in English naturally without stress. Over time, you will notice that words come to your mouth more easily, and your speaking feels smoother. Shadowing also helps with pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. English has a natural music. Some words are strong. Some words are soft. Some sounds connect together. When you shadow a speaker, you learn this music without studying rules. You learn it by copying, just like children learn their first language. Now we are going to practice together. This part is very important, so please try to participate, not only listen. If you are in a place where you can speak, that's great. If not, you can whisper or repeat in your mind. Any practice is good practice. First, just listen to my voice. Don't repeat yet. Pay attention to the sound, the rhythm, and the speed. There is no rush. We are going to take this step by step, just like in a real class. I am learning English every day. Now let's do it together. Listen and repeat. I am learning English every day. Very good. Don't worry if your pronunciation is not perfect. What matters is that your mouth is moving and your ears are listening. That connection is what builds fluency. Let's try another sentence. Again, listen first. I don't need to be perfect to improve. Now repeat. I don't need to be perfect to improve. Excellent. Notice how some words are strong, like perfect and improve, and some words are softer. This is the natural rhythm of English. You don't need to think about it too much. Just copy the sound. Let's continue with one more sentence. Listen carefully. I practice a little, but I practice every day. Now repeat. I practice a little, but I practice every day. Very nice. If you missed a word, that's okay. Keep going. Shadowing is not about stopping. It is about continuing, even when it feels difficult. Now let's repeat all 3 sentences together, slowly and smoothly. I am learning English every day. I don't need to be perfect to improve. I practice a little, but I practice every day. Great job. Take a small breath. Relax your shoulders. You are doing very well. As a teacher, I want you to remember this. When you practice shadowing, you are not testing yourself. You are training. Training is a safe space. You are allowed to make mistakes. In fact, mistakes mean your brain is working. If this feels challenging, that's normal. If it feels easy, that's also good. Everyone learns at a different speed. What matters is that you show up and try. You can come back to this part of the podcast tomorrow or next week and do it again. The more times you repeat these simple sentences, the more natural they will feel. Slowly, your confidence will grow, and speaking English will feel less heavy and more comfortable. So keep listening, keep repeating, and remember you are not alone. I am practicing with you. Now, let me ask you something important. After listening and practicing together, you may be thinking, this feels good. I like this practice. But what about the rest of my day? This is a very normal question, and many of my students ask me the same thing. You might be thinking, Jack, how can I practice English every day when my life is busy? Maybe you work long hours. Maybe you study. Maybe you take care of your family. Or maybe you feel tired at the end of the day and you don't have much energy to study. I understand this very well. As a teacher, I see this reality in my students every day. Another thought you may have is this: I want to practice, but I don't know what to do when I am alone. There is no teacher, no classroom, no homework. Just you and your daily life. This can feel confusing. You want to improve, but you don't know where to start or how to continue. This is exactly why this part of the podcast is important. Learning English does not only happen in a book or in a class. It happens in small moments during your day. It happens when you listen, when you think, and when you speak, even for a short time. So now the real question is this: how can you take English out of the classroom and bring it into your real life? How can you practice in a way that feels natural, simple, and possible every day? In the next part, I will show you easy and realistic ways to do this. No pressure. No long study sessions. Just small actions that fit into your life and help your English grow little by little. Let's continue. Tip 1. Listen every day. The first and most important tip is very simple. Listen to English every day. This may sound too easy, but as a teacher, I can tell you this is the foundation of everything. If you want to speak English well, you must first hear English often. Your ears need time and repetition to become familiar with the sounds of the language. Many students think listening only means sitting down and studying very carefully. But listening can be much more relaxed than that. You don't need to stop your life to listen to English. You can listen while you walk, while you cook, while you clean your house, or while you rest. English can be part of your day, not something extra that takes more energy. When you listen every day, something important happens. Your brain starts to recognize common sounds and words. You begin to feel the rhythm of English. At first, it may sound fast or confusing, but slowly it becomes more familiar. Even if you understand only a little, your brain is still learning. Understanding does not need to be perfect to be useful. I always tell my students this: do not worry about understanding 100%. Even 30 or 40% is enough. Listening is not a test. It is exposure. The more English you hear, the easier it becomes to understand. This is how children learn their first language, and adults can learn in a similar way. Choose content that feels comfortable for you. Podcasts for learners, simple videos, slow English stories, or songs you enjoy. It is better to listen to something easy every day than something very difficult once a week. Short and daily listening is much more powerful than long and rare practice. Tip 2. Use your voice. The second tip is very important, and many students are afraid of it. Use your voice. Listening is the first step, but speaking is what helps your English become active. As a teacher, I often see students who understand a lot of English, but they feel stuck because they don't use their voice enough. You don't need to give a speech. You don't need to speak loudly. You don't need to speak perfectly. You just need to start using your voice in small and safe ways. Speaking is a skill, and like any skill, it becomes better with practice. The more you use your voice, the more natural it will feel. A very easy way to begin is to repeat short sentences after you hear them. When you listen to a podcast or a video, pause for a moment and repeat one sentence. Say it slowly. Say it clearly. Try to copy the sound, not the rules. This helps your mouth learn how English feels. You can use your voice anywhere. At home, in the car, while walking. You can speak quietly or even whisper. What matters is that your mouth is moving and your ears are listening. This connection builds confidence over time. I also recommend talking to yourself in English. This may sound strange, but it is very effective. Say simple sentences about what you are doing. For example, I am making dinner. I am tired today. I need to rest. This is real English from your real life. Tip 3. Think simple English. The third tip is a small change, but it can make a very big difference. Start thinking in simple English. Many learners try to think in their native language first and then translate into English. This takes time and makes speaking feel slow and stressful. As a teacher, I see this problem very often, and the good news is that it can change little by little. Thinking in English does not mean thinking in long or difficult sentences. It means using very short and simple thoughts. Just one idea at a time. Your brain learns faster when the message is simple and clear. You don't need grammar rules in your head. You just need words connected to real life. You can start in the morning. When you wake up, say in your mind, "It's morning. I'm tired. I need coffee." These are easy sentences, but they help your brain connect English to your daily routine. You are not studying. You are just thinking. During the day, you can do the same thing. When you walk outside, think, "It's cold today. The sky is blue. I see a dog." At work or at home, think, "I'm busy. I need a break. I want to go home." These small thoughts train your brain to use English naturally, without pressure. At first, your brain may try to translate. This is normal. When this happens, gently bring your attention back to English. Choose shorter sentences. Choose familiar words. Over time, translation becomes slower, and English becomes faster. When you feel more comfortable, you can start saying these sentences out loud. You can whisper or speak softly. This connects thinking and speaking together. It's like having a quiet conversation with yourself in English. Tip 4. Read out loud. The fourth tip is very simple but very powerful. Read out loud. Many students read English silently, and this is good for understanding. But reading out loud is much better for speaking. As a teacher, I can say that this one habit helps students feel more comfortable using their voice. When you read out loud, your mouth, your tongue, and your brain work together. You are not only seeing English, you are producing English. This helps your pronunciation and your fluency at the same time. It also helps you feel more confident because you are practicing speaking in a safe and quiet way. You don't need difficult texts. In fact, simple texts are better. Choose a short story for beginners, a dialogue from a podcast, or even a few sentences from a video you like. The goal is not speed. The goal is clarity. Read slowly. Pronounce each word clearly. Take your time. After you read once, read the same text again. This time, try to read a little more smoothly. Then read it one more time with more feeling. Change your voice. Imagine you are talking to someone. This helps you feel the rhythm and emotion of English. You can do this for just 5 minutes a day. That is enough. It's like going to the gym, but for your speaking muscles. Little by little, your voice becomes stronger, your pronunciation becomes clearer, and English feels easier to speak. Tip 5. Make English part of your life. The fifth tip is the most important one. If there is one idea I want you to remember from this episode, it is this. Don't only study English. Make English part of your life. As a teacher, I have seen that students improve much faster when English becomes something natural, not something heavy or stressful. Many learners think English practice only happens at a desk with a book and a pen. But real learning happens when English enters your daily routine. Small moments repeated every day create strong habits. And strong habits create fluency. Let me give you some simple and realistic examples. One easy step is to change your phone language to English. You use your phone many times a day, so this gives you constant contact with English. Words like settings, message, delete, update, or download become familiar without effort. You don't need to study them. You just see them again and again, and your brain remembers. Another helpful habit is writing a short diary in English. You don't need to write a lot. Just 2 or 3 simple sentences about your day. For example, today I worked a lot. I felt tired. I watched an English video. This helps you practice real English from your real life. 5 minutes at night is enough. I also strongly recommend recording your voice. At the end of the day, open your phone and record yourself speaking for 1 minute. Talk about your day, your plans, or how you feel. No one else needs to hear it. This is just for you. When you listen to yourself later, you become more aware of your pronunciation and your progress. This builds confidence slowly but clearly. Short videos are also very useful. Platforms like YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok have many short English videos. Choose topics you like. Watch the same video 2 or 3 times. Then pause and repeat the sentences. This is fun, natural, and very effective. All of these habits are small. None of them take much time. But when you do them every day, English slowly becomes part of who you are. It becomes something you see, hear, and use naturally. And when this happens, English stops feeling like homework and starts feeling like a normal part of your life. Remember, fluency is not about doing something big one day. It is about doing something small every day. Make English part of your life, and your English will grow with you. Before we finish today's episode, I want to take a moment to talk directly to you. If you are still listening, I want you to know something important. Learning English is not easy, and the fact that you are here right now means you are making an effort. That matters. Progress begins with showing up, and today you showed up. As a teacher, I have seen many students start with fear, doubt, and low confidence. And I have also seen those same students grow step by step, simply because they did not give up. They did not try to be perfect. They just kept practicing a little every day. Fluency does not come from one big moment. It comes from small moments repeated again and again. Remember this. You don't need to do everything at once. You don't need to practice for hours. You just need to stay connected to English. Listen a little. Speak a little. Think a little. Read a little. These small actions are enough when you do them every day. I want you to be kind to yourself. Mistakes are not failures. They are signs that learning is happening. Every time you listen, every time you repeat, every time you try to speak, you are building your English. Even on days when it feels slow, progress is still happening. Now, if this podcast helped you today, I invite you to take one small action. Subscribe to this channel Real Talk English Podcast so you can continue practicing with me. Like this video so more learners can find it. And if you feel comfortable, write a short comment in English. Even one simple sentence is perfect practice. For example, you can write, "I am learning English," or, "Thank you, this helps me." That is enough. Every small action counts. Thank you for spending this time with me. I am proud of you for learning, for trying, and for continuing. Keep going, keep practicing, and remember, you are not alone on this journey. I will see you in the next episode.